What is going on, everybody? It's Year of the Collector. Once again, we breaking amazing news. Tomorrow is new comic book day. Once again, let's go. There is a lot to be excited for this week. So, without further ado, let's get into the comics that I am pulling for March 20th. And we begin with Amazing Variants by Ramona Frado, the Women's History Month variants from DC. The Catwoman issue has Batwoman in the cover. Have to pick that up. And the Wonder Woman issue is a no-brainer. Quick highlights: Captain Marvel number 6, Catwoman 63, and Justice League vs. Godzilla vs. Kong number 7. If you're a Captain Marvel fan, you have been well fed even after the departure of Kelly Thompson from that 50-issue run that ended last year. Tini Howard and Catwoman has been amazing, specifically, in my opinion, after the Gang War crossover. Catwoman is doing all sorts of crazy things. You have a lot of action, a lot of drama, and she's dwelling into some supernatural, magical stuff. I have done some content about it before. I highly recommend you check out this series. And then as far as Justice League Godzilla Kong goes, I have not read any of the issues. I've been collecting it to do a binge reading when it's over. But I have heard amazing things from everybody I know. Following this, we have Gargoyles number 12, the finale of the run, Hellblazer Dead in America, issue number 3, and Justice Society of America, issue number 9. Gargoyles was one of those many shows that I watched growing up as a kid, so I'm very excited to give this a binge reading now that it's complete. Hellblazer Dead in America is an awesome book. I don't know anything about Constantine or the Sandman universe, but I am enjoying this story. It's gritty and the art is amazing. And Justice Society of America, unfortunately, is another one of those books by Jeff Johns that just suffers from delays. It's good. It has a lot of action, and it spawns some books, some spin-off books like the Green Lantern, the Jay Garrick, and the Sandman. Maybe not the Sandman, but this is just one of those books that you're gonna have to collect and then read together because, like I said, it's been delayed many times. Final 3 quick highlights is Lilo and Stitch issue number 2, Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver issue number 2, and Wolverine Madripoor Knights issue number 2. I have not read any of the Disney books. I've been strictly pulling these for my wife Insanity, but she loves them. You should check them out if you like Disney IP comic books. Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver is basically volume 2 from the last Scarlet Witch run by Steve Orlando. It's the same writer, and he's picked up exactly where he left off on issue 10 of the last run. I really liked it, and I want to see more development, good development on the character of Scarlet Witch. And for those of you that don't know, Madripoor Knights, it's a continuation of a story that Chris Claremont did for Uncanny X-Men 268. In 268, basically, he gave an origin story on how Black Widow, Wolverine, and Steve Rogers Captain America met for the first time. Now, let me show you my top 3 comics for this week and a little breakdown and context to what's going on in these 3 runs. Wonder Woman issue number 7 is a special issue written by Tom King and art by Guillem March for the Batman Who Has Everything. Amidst their adventures as Superman and Wonder Woman, Clark and Diana take a thrilling journey into space to get a birthday gift for their dear friend Bruce. This second cover I'm showing you of the Wonder Woman issue, it's by Guillem March, so you'll have an idea on what the interior of the book is going to look like for issue number 7. A lot happened on issue number 6. Wonder Woman was attacked by the Rogues that were assembled by the Sovereign and Sergeant Steel. They begin with a secret ambush attack by having Giganta hidden underground and attack Diana and Steve Trevor near the Washington Monument. But if you know anything about Wonder Woman, you know she's ready to throw hands anywhere, anytime, any place. Danielle St. Pierre knocked it out of the park throughout the issue, but this page was special to me. You had the little spin movement that Linda Carter used to do in the Wonder Woman show here in full display, and it looked amazing. This was a very coordinated attack. They anticipated a lot of Wonder Woman's moves, not just fighting Giganta, but going out of her way to help the Silver Swan, because technically they are not really enemies. They've been on good terms for a while now, but they saw that and they exploited that throughout the fight. And to top it off, while Wonder Woman was checking on Silver Swan, who was down and looked to be down for the count, Giganta picked up the entire Washington Monument and dropped it on top of Wonder Woman. Everybody thought that was the end, but they didn't realize that at this particular moment, Wonder Woman was not just fighting to defend herself, but to defend Silver Swan, somebody who she cared for, and that was more than enough for her to gather the strength to stop this attack and take down Giganta once and for all. But it wasn't over. Before Wonder Woman could catch her breath, a new opponent arrived on the battlefield. The daughter of Darkseid herself, Grail, and she was here to pick off the scraps of Wonder Woman. I was like you. I was like, damn, man, this is not fair. Wonder Woman is tired, and she got to take on the daughter of Darkseid now. But Wonder Woman did not back off, and she took on Grail even though she was exhausted. The fight was insane. The back and forward, the blows, it was just brutal to read through the panels. And then this part goes way, way too hard. Diana is on her knees. She's beaten, huffing and puffing. She's down. Grail walks up to her and starts teasing her, talking about, oh, you're nothing but dirt, because I heard you was made of dirt. And she grabs her scythe. And before she could strike Diana, Diana says, not dirt, water, clay, and hope. And she blocks the scythe with her gauntlets. Man, chef kiss. Props to Tom King and Daniel St. Pierre. This went too hard. And then finally, Grail had enough of Wonder Woman, and she was gonna take her down, asking her to, yield and accept defeat and, finally die. And a reoccurring thing that's going on in this book, when Wonder Woman gets told what to do, she always replies with a no thank you. And she said that to Grail when she knocked her socks off with this crazy punch that Daniel St. Pierre drew for this page. After that, Grail is down for the count, KO, Wonder Woman for the W, and she passes out immediately after because, she just fought like 4 different people in more ways than physically. I suggest you pick up the issue and read it for yourself. It's pretty interesting. I know it's a Tom King book, and the people can have split opinions on his work, but you cannot deny the art from Daniel St. Pierre. Another book that I am looking forward to is Superman number 12 by Joshua Williamson. This one has been amazing. Jamal Campbell was the original artist, and then you had John Byrne for the 850 Legacy issue, which was great to see John Byrne back writing Superman and drawing Superman as well. However, there has been a side plot that refers to the initial days when Lex Luthor arrived for the first time to the city of Metropolis, and how he was a vigilante and a hero trying to save the people of Metropolis. There's been crumbs of this side plot in different issues, like issue 4, then issue 7, then in the 850 issue special, but it hasn't been fully flushed out. In the last issue, we are told that the current villain's plan is based on a plan that Lex Luthor had back in his days when he was supposed to be a vigilante. So something went wrong, something happened that Lex Luthor went from being a hero to a bad guy, and that has not been fully explained yet. The other side plot that has not been fully flushed out has been some things that have been going on in the background of Action Comics and on the Superman book about Brainiac and Brainiac involving himself with the people of Lobo, and I am sure that has something to do with the upcoming crossover House of Brainiac, which will be a 8-part story that crosses over Action Comics, Superman, and Power Girl. So I'm very much looking forward to that as well. Spider-Woman number 5. In the fallout from the explosive citywide gang war, Jessica Drew uncovered the terrible truth behind the search for her missing son. Cat, it's out of the bag. If you didn't know, we'll go into it really quick. Now, when she's at her lowest, the last thing Spider-Woman wants is an unexpected team-up. But try telling that to Bailey Briggs, the spectacular Spider-Boy. If you didn't know, Spider-Boy is a new character that arrived in Edge of the Spider-Verse last year thanks to Dan Slott. They know each other, Spider-Woman and Spider-Boy, because when Spider-Boy made his retcon return into the timeline, Spider-Woman was also there. Now, if you don't follow me, if you don't know much about me, I'm like Spider-Woman, Jessica Drew's #1 fan, and I was very happy and excited when this run got announced. However, this was tied in to the Gang War event that was spawned out of the Amazing Spider-Man run, and alongside helping out the Spider-Man and Luke Cage with the Gang War, Jessica Drew also had her own issues. Hydra was back and her son was missing. Viper was aligning herself with Diamondback to gain some turf in the Gang War, and they have like quote-unquote higher muscle now called the Green Mamba. And like I said, cat's out of the bag. It turned out that Green Mamba guy was Jessica Drew's missing child, Jerry Drew. Not only he was aged up, but he was now fully brainwashed to be a Hydra agent. And Jessica had to, she tried reasoning with Jerry, but Jerry's just too far gone. However, in the middle of the fight with Diamondback, Jerry managed to save his mother Jessica before they could actually figure out what's the deal, what's going on with Jerry. Jerry jumped off the ship and Jessica jumped after him to save him, but he fell in the water, and Carol Danvers came out of nowhere and saved Jessica from the fall. If you didn't know, these two keep saving each other from falls into water, bodies of water, which is very much their canon event as friends. This is the last issue for this story arc regarding the fallout of the Gang War. I seen some of the previews. They kind of explain how Jerry became the Green Mamba, and all I know is that Jessica Drew is about to get some retribution and some revenge on Hydra in their audacity to continue to meddle with Jessica Drew's personal life. If it's not scorched earth tactics on Hydra, then I won't accept any less than that. Let's just put it that way. That is going to be it for myself. What you thought about my pull list? Are you reading any of these comics? Do you want me to go further into detail in any other I did not mention on my top 3? Please let me know. Have a blessed day. Thank you for watching. And remember to read more comics.